Growing up, deciding my Netflix queue was one of the hardest decisions I had to make. Week after week, I had two options, and I was like, I have two DVDs in my hands, but only one will be in my mailbox Thursday after school. Tough decision, but I have to do it, and I think it's gonna be over the hedge. Hi guys, it's your girl Savvy C. Welcome to another episode of Cover to Cover, a weekly video series where I talk about all things books. And today, if you haven't noticed already, I'm in a different location. I'm still inside, still in the house, but just a much needed change of scenery. And this week, I'm talking about Marc Randolph's That Will Never Work, The Birth of Netflix, and The Amazing Life of an Idea. I came across this book through Amazon after I ordered Phil Knight's Shoe Dog. And you know, when you order a book through Amazon, when you put it in your cart, they'll pop up with suggestions of just like, if you like this, I think you'll also like this. And this was the first book that popped up under that suggestion list. And so what caught my eye was this Never and how it's written. And I was like, oh, that looks like the old Netflix logo, like before they went strictly digital. And I was like, oh, okay. And I read further into it and saw it was The Birth of Netflix. And I was like, oh, okay, that seems interesting. That'd be cool to know how that started. I'm really fascinated by origin stories like superheroes or action hero movies. And with books, I love to see these founders and CEOs of companies that are just so monumental to culture and so just ingrained in our culture, things that it's hard to imagine life without, like Nike, like Netflix. And so after reading Phil Knight's book and loving it so much, I thought to give this book a try, and I loved it. Not as much. Shoe Dog is still my favorite book of this year, but it did live up to the hype, and it was really good. This book is just over 300 pages, 18 chapters, and Marc just takes us through the journey back all the way to January of 1997, going up to 2002, and just showing us what the just inception of Netflix was and how it just started as just this random idea he had while driving to work, all the way to becoming an IPO global company with over 1 million subscribers. And so I really loved how he was able to just take us through that journey. I give this book 4.5 stars just because of his vulnerability and how real he was with his journey, and he didn't hold anything back, at least I don't think so. What I really loved most about this book was how he showed us the inception of the dream and how over time it just took so much perseverance, so many detours, so many going back to the drawing board, as well as criticism from people saying that, oh, that will never work, I don't know about that one, reel it in, and how he persevered through all of that to make that dream a reality. And then not only does he tell us how he made that dream a reality and how that his livelihood changed because it became a reality, he talks about really candidly what it's like to live a life where your dream is a reality. And I think that's the first time, really, and I think about it, that I've ever seen that in literature, where I've seen someone speak on this, because I can only speak for myself. I really grew up in a family and a culture where it's just like, dream big, reach for the stars, you might hit the moon, you only miss 100% of the shots you don't take. If you can dream it, you can do it. And you have those ideas when you're younger, but then you hit a certain age, probably around now. I just got out of I'm a recent college grad, and then it's like, okay, hey, I know we told you go for your dreams, reach for the stars, but like let's reel it back in. That's not really reasonable. Instead of you wanting to be, I don't know, the next Tesla or some shoe creator, shoe designer. Let's just you can be an accountant, you can be a lawyer. That's safer, that's easier. You'll make money that way. And so I think it was really nice of how Marc was able to just speak on what happens when that dream is a reality, and how when your dream becomes a reality, that it's no longer just yours. Like, it's your family, your friends, coworkers, employees, and just the overall public, because it is now public knowledge. And I think that was just really eye-opening for me, because people don't really talk about that. They just bring you up to being a dream, having the dream, but then just kind of leave it off there. And this really finishes that out for us and gives just really great advice to readers. I think this book is perfect for those who are interested in Silicon Valley and just seeing the ins and outs of what that is like. I think this book is perfect for cinephiles, just lovers of movies and of the entertainment industry. And lastly, I had to say this one was too easy, too hard not to pass up, too easy to do. Netflix and chillers. You might be running out of stuff to watch. Your watch list might be looking a little empty, so you can pick up this book and learn about the birth of Netflix. I want to do something too. I want to do something new with you guys where I just want to boost engagement and hear back from you guys. Right now, there's just one way. And I want to do that through asking a check-in question. And so check-in questions are just going to be a question that I ask and I will share in the video where it's rooted in the theme of the book I'm talking about said week, but you can answer it if you have or have not read the book. And so this week's discussion question is rooted in discouragement and just naysayers and haters. Mark used, this title of That Will Never Work was really a punchline throughout this book because so many people from his wife and several others have saying, I don't know, that ain't it, Chief. Like, I don't think that's gonna work. Like, that ain't it. And he was able to block that off. But if he didn't, Netflix probably would have not been where it is today or just in existence. So my question to you is, what has discouraged you from pursuing your dream? I'm going to put my answer in the video's caption, and I'd love to hear from you if you're willing and able to share. I would love to hear back, and I'll reach out to you and help you keep this conversation going. That's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending love to wherever you are in the world. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!